Sure.
Hello guys, this is Vipers XBL. Vipers, I'm probably gonna change my YouTube name to Alex the Viper Meyer. And welcome to the TheGamersTakes podcast, episode 53, TikTok and gaming. Now, you guys are gonna be wondering what the topic we'll be talking about. Well, we're gonna talk about TikTok with gaming. So a lot of content creators on the side, ever since TikTok has blown up since late 2019, early 2020, gamers have taken advantage of the platform to try to grow the social media presence and try to make a name out of themselves so they can reach the likes of Addison Ray, Charlie, I know some odd names, Bryce Hall, in regards to fame, although it's probably, we'll see how that goes. They might not, it's kind of hard to reach 50 million with the gamers, but anything is a possibility. And just we're gonna have our guest introduce himself.
Yeah, hi. So my name's JamesFlux. I do gaming news on TikTok right now, leaks and tips and stuff. And yeah, it's been interesting. I see what you mean about the millions. It's different to get millions with gaming compared to Addison Ray and Charlie, who just have what a show now, 150 million, something crazy.
Yeah, probably somewhere around there for one of them.
Yeah, it's insane.
Before we get kind of towards kind of the questions I'm gonna be asking, I'm gonna kind of talk about just kind of why. So one big things is if you're gonna watch my last video, which was episode 52, which talked about the LGBT community, that was in July. That was in June of 2021. Now the reason I was gone for so long was because of school. I was supposed to go to physical therapy assistance program. Got sucked into it. Just say some things didn't work out, and I had to switch degrees, and then randomly thought about a week ago, okay, if I got all this time, I'm not going to take many classes. I might as well just get back to the Gamer Takes podcast, and see where that goes. I did enjoy it as it was just kind of school, trying to find some people at times. It was, but say, okay, let me just get back into it. Maybe I'll find some more success, try to get some, I don't want to almost better guess, kind of all of that. Try to make sure I put full forth in it, try to come up with some great questions about topics that might never be heard of, thought of before. So that was like, okay, let's see where this goes. I want to stick it out for as long as possible this time. That's the goal. You know, could it be a possibility it doesn't stay that long? It could, but that's not where I want to happen. I want to stick it out for as long as possible. So that's where we go for it. So now we're gonna get onto the real topic now, TikTok plus gaming. So the first question I got for you, James, what has made TikTok? So this one's gonna be kind of, if you can have some little bit of knowledge on it, but this one's not gaming related a little bit. How come TikTok has blown up in regards, unlike the previous version of Musically? And again, if you don't have an answer, it might be a hard question to answer because most people do not know Musically. Like there was another version of TikTok, but we'll go off that.
Yeah, musically. I like you said, a lot of people haven't heard of it. I heard of it when TikTok came out. I knew that TikTok was almost like the rebrand of Musically before it. But I think the reason that TikTok blew up so quickly was just the algorithm. When they rebranded, they obviously rechanged their algorithm, which for some reason just knows exactly what you want before you even know you want it. So there's some things like some topics that I didn't know about at all. And then I got a couple of videos suggesting, I was like, oh, this is great. If I double tap, if I check the comments, anything, algorithm goes, oh, okay, he's interested in this stuff, gives me more. And it's doing that with multiple different topics at once, different subjects. So as it's gathering more data, it's just every video you watch is something you're interested in, whether it's, gaming, whether it's like some sort of sports or fitness, whatever you're interested, even if it's more than one subject. So one video could be about like gaming, and the next one could be completely different. And it's about fitness and sports. But because the algorithm is so good at picking that content, it knows exactly what you want before you know yourself. It's weird.
Yeah, I think it's also, you got to compare. One thing I want to compare it to is just Vine, because that was one of the more popular platforms in the past. It's like it was 6-second videos, and people were kind of addicted, wanted to post to Vine. Some people make careers off Vine. So you can look at Logan Paul and Jake Paul. As much as we got opinions about them. That's how they became successful. There's many
Yeah,
other creators along the line as well who, still pop off today on TikTok, or at least in regards to social media, maybe Instagram or something like that. So it was like, okay, let's improve on Vine. Vine shut down, I believe 2016, 2017. Nothing came out. Okay, people are addicted to short videos. Like, because you talk about the attention span of most people. Okay, let's you can watch an 8-minute video, like a YouTube video. It's probably you can watch a whole video if you don't stop, but some people might just take like a stop in between and maybe regale themselves or do something else, and it's like you can't watch it straight through. Like TikTok is just okay, 15 seconds, let's go to the next video, it's pretty funny. 60 seconds, though they have made videos longer, it's not super long. And you talk about other platforms too. Just kind of introducing that is just the short attention span, because you can just get more. I don't know. It's kind of hard to say, but
oh,
that's just
you're
what I
right, you're
kind of
right.
got the point.
Yeah, it's a short form content because once TikTok blew up, other social media like YouTube, for example, thought, right, clearly people want this short form content. The attention span is like it's shrinking. We need to do something. YouTube Shorts came out, Reels on Instagram as well. So everyone's trying to battle TikTok, but the problem is because of the organic reach on TikTok is so massive. You could have 10 followers one day, get a video with 1 million views the other day, and boom, you've got 10,000 followers, and you can go from there. Whereas on YouTube, it takes time. You got to build your audience. The algorithm needs to know a bit more about you. It's not as spontaneous. Whereas TikTok is overnight, instantly.
Deep now questions about the algorithm. Have you had stretches of it where it's been slow, and then you have like a couple of videos you feel like you did well and doesn't get a lot of, like, you kind of didn't get a lot of view, like, I'm sorry, I'm trying to come up with something. Um,
No, not you
like a
mean, but like dry
stretches where,
spells.
yeah,
Yeah,
happen a
definitely,
lot.
definitely. Yeah, there's been highs and lows. I've got it up here, but basically, it for some reason you could post the same video, same sound, same everything, exact same video one day, maybe 1,000 views. Some people don't delete videos on TikTok, don't re-upload them, but some people will do that, and the next day it gets 100,000 views, 200,000 views, just because it was a different maybe time they posted or something.
Mm.
But you can go. I think I went recently on this long stretch of every video just not getting 10K views. Like normally I'll have like a banger every so often, but no, just flat out not reaching that 10K view mark. And I thought I was trying to analyze it, seeing what's going on here, because this is a massive dip. This is I'm not progressing. I'm actually almost losing followers some days. So I'm thinking, right, let's take a look at the content. And I realized I was getting a bit lazy with some of the editing.
Mm.
So you know how you with TikTok and the short attention span, you need constant things flashing on the screen. So text and assets is normally what I use, but clearly it wasn't enough. So recently I changed it to just graphic heavy, just super, super intensive. That dry spell completely ended. And then I got a video that hit 1.7 million views. And then since then, there hasn't been a video was 3 more videos. It's been 300K, 700K, and the 300K. So clearly, even though those dry spells happen, there's something you can learn from them. It's never going to be, oh, it's TikTok, it's the algorithm, it's not me. I'm doing fine. It's something to do with them. It's probably the content. Yeah, posting at the right time helps, and a good hook is key as well. But mainly, if the content isn't good, it doesn't matter how many tags you have, how much metadata you put in there. It's not going to do well. So I think dry spells happen, but you learn from them, and now it's peaking. It hasn't been this good before, so this is crazy. Yeah,
That's good. You're gonna have those good stretches. I always thought, okay, and you talk about specific times.
yeah,
And I thought about the same thing. It's like whenever I posted TikToks, which hasn't been, I always thought, okay, I did some research on it. Said, okay, post it at 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. It will get the views. I was like, wait. But if you post in the other time, it won't.
yeah.
I don't know. This is like an article like a year or two ago, so it might have changed the algorithm, but it's just kind of, I think the big thing is I do not like the algorithm, because although it does make sense, it also, I think the big thing matters in how many shares and likes you get, because if the video gets liked more or shared more, that means it will get reached more for like all the For You pages. That's kind of where the big point is. So
yeah, it was what stuck out to me was Mr. Beast, obviously
yes.
Mr. Beast.
Yeah.
So he did a podcast and he mentioned about, like you said, the algorithm changes. Even though they make small tweaks about what kind of content they're pushing, and when they release a new feature, obviously they want to push that new feature, so they'll make those tweaks. But generally speaking, if the content's good, it will get pushed. So they can make all those changes that they want, but the main goal is they want people to stay on the app. The longer you're on the app, the more money they're earning, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have 100% retention on a video, it will blow up. It doesn't matter what time you post it. It doesn't matter the tags, the hashtags, anything about that. If it gets that retention, they're going to push it, because retention obviously means they're watching the video. They're going to engage at some point with the comments, maybe if they're sticking around that long while it's looping in the background. So even like you said, yeah, they make the changes with the algorithm, small tweaks here and there, pushing new features. But overall, if that content is good, it's getting pushed, which I think is great, because it means anyone can jump on this. And if they're really focused, if they make good content, it doesn't really matter the equipment they've got or anything. If the content's good, it gets pushed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it does make sense. All right, so we're gonna get into the second question now. Now we're gonna kind of get off specifically talking about TikTok. This is kind of a history repeat for you. Describe how you got into gaming personally.
Oh, okay.
So it's a little bit off, not related to TikTok, but it's
Yeah.
just kind of still related to gaming portion.
So, well, everyone always starts out with a console, right? It's either PlayStation or Xbox.
Mm-hmm.
So when I was really, really young, one of my friends had Xboxes. So the first console that I begged for was the Xbox 360. I think it was, there's the original one, and then there's a slim one. I think it was a slim one, so I was a little bit behind everyone. Yeah, I was a little bit behind. So I grabbed that, and then it was the main ones, GTA 4, I think at the time it was. Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 2 and 3, I think, were that kind of era. Black Ops 2, that.
Yeah.
So I just enjoyed playing with friends instead of like, yeah, you can go outside, but I was one of those people who just wanted to stay in, and this is something I could do while staying in, just playing games. And for some reason, it's really, really satisfying gaining XP and unlocking things. I don't know what it is. That's just, it's like almost like a bit of dopamine in the brain when you level up, or if you unlock something else and you see that XP number going up. So I guess a lot of people say the fun of gaming is the actual game itself, Call of Duty, GTA, whatever it is, racing games. For me, I just like unlocking things and leveling up and just seeing the numbers go up. Mm-hmm. That's probably why it led on to TikTok. But yeah, in terms of what got me into gaming, just being either really good, like trying to be the best of that game out of my friends, or being the highest level. I just, those two things that are what it was, but I just liked doing both.
That makes a little more sense for everybody's gaming grind. And give you a heads up for anyone going to be watching YouTube or any other future episodes. This might be a question that might be asked every show, so it's don't get annoyed if I ask that question every show, but it will lead to the kind of the bigger context. As we get into question 3, what got you what inspired you to get into posting on TikTok, especially with the gaming content?
Yeah. So when I was having the Xbox 360, it was the Xbox One that was coming out soon. Mm-hmm. And it was around that time that I realized people were on YouTube uploading these videos. Like I think it was Ali A at the time, and Syndicate, those kind of people. So like really early YouTube. Mm-hmm. And I was thinking, how are they doing this? And I realized they're using, remember Elgatos? I know they're still around now, but back then it was like really expensive, really high tech. So I bought one of those, and I started just messing around trying to get clips. But every time I pressed record, for some reason, I just wouldn't play well, which is really annoying. But so that happens sometimes. And that's kind of where it began. And I was like, right, if I post this is like everywhere. Everyone can see this. Anyone can comment, like, share. I like this. This is sick. But then as I got more into it, I realized people are earning money from it. I thought, oh, I can play games and I can do that for a living. I thought, okay, so I've either got to be really good, or I've got to have like some sort of mad personality. There's not really a middle ground, right? Until news and leaks came into it. I thought, right, people want to know what's going on. But if a trailer drops, they want breakdowns. They want to see reactions to it. Maybe they want to hear about leaks for potential updates for ongoing games. I thought, okay. So at first, I made a YouTube channel it was just called Flux. And it's separate to this one that I have now. and it was with me and my mates just playing Warzone when it first dropped, and it was like funny moments, like Vanos type gaming. Problem is, as harsh as it sounds, no one cares about you and your friends. So unless you're absolutely cracked at the game or you're like ridiculously funny from the get-go, it gets no views. I think it was getting 20 views. One of them got maybe 1,000 for a one-off. I thought, right, not working. I'm going to go back to that gaming new stuff. I'm just going to hit it for a year and see what happens. So I think actually the other day would be 1 year I've been doing it for. And I think it was definitely well worth it from where it's at now. I can't do it full time yet, but it's getting there. So it started off just being interested that this is a possible career. People are doing this. Like now you see people like KSI who does YouTube. There's a massive name, or maybe one a little smaller. That's there's someone called Garrett Leaks, who I take a lot of inspiration from. Probably haven't heard of him, but he does like Apex stuff. And he has about 150k subs, and he's doing it full time. So I thought, right, this is definitely doable. This is something I want to do. And from there, I thought, okay, get my head down, grind it out. And the views at the start, they're not good. They're never going to be good, but you have to just keep going, put your head down and get on with it. So yeah, started with those funny moments and had to just adapt to where we are now. And it'd be interesting to look back in another year, because I'll probably look back at these videos and go, they're a bit odd. So I think it's just a learning game. It's updating and figuring out what works and just trying to wiggle that path and adapt as you go.
That makes, again, you always got to start somewhere. It might not be that popping off. You talk about funny moments. Kind of comparing to Vanos. So we haven't seen I'm trying to think. We haven't seen a group like that get to the level of Vanos's. I think there's probably
you're right, actually.
I think there's probably two I know about.
Yeah.
I don't remember the names, but I think one of them, they usually play Rainbow Six.
Okay. I know. Fitz.
Yeah, Fitz's crew.
Yeah.
And then there's another one that I think does CS:GO. I think I don't know if Raccoon Eggs is the only one I kind of remember off the top of my head. But that's another one that they usually play CS:GO or PC games, while the other one just does R6. I don't know how their YouTube numbers is, but they're probably the closest ones to it. Although you're never gonna see, again, people aren't dedicating their time to kind of just watching YouTube full time. Maybe you got to post on TikTok those clips, and usually that's where your success is. And then people do repost some of your clips because they're usually funny. So it's always again, you could always try to see. Have you ever thought about mixing, like trying to do funny moments again with the news, or are you just going to stick with it?
Well, it's funny you say that, because there is a plan. So yes is the answer, but way down the road. So the idea is to build the following, and then occasionally I get a comment like, do you stream? Do you play games? Do you do this? And hopefully after it builds, maybe around the 500,000 to 1 million followers mark, I'd be like, right, I stream. I actually play these games that I talk about. You should come watch. And then even if just 10% of viewers came over, that's a lot of watchers. That's like, around the 10,000 watchers live mark. And then I can maybe have a separate channel. Or maybe I can use that old Flux channel to then say this is the gaming one. So it definitely is something I want to do, because like I said, I enjoy playing the game. So why not record myself playing these games with my friends? So yes, but just not yet.
Okay. So just got to wait the process.
Yeah.
All right. So speaking of the process, this one's going to kind of regards to how you kind of come up with the ideas of the videos. So fourth question is, what is the process for uploading your gaming related TikTok? And kind of, it sounds confusing when I say that, because we just upload the video on TikTok. But what's like the routine, the plan when just going from scratch to when you post it?
Sure. All right, I'll break it down. So it starts off with just what games do I enjoy and what games are popular. So if whatever crosses over there, which is normally things like Apex is massive, and I enjoy Apex. So I look on different articles. I look at other YouTube videos, see what people are talking about. I look at comments on things like Reddit and maybe other YouTube videos as well. Just see what everyone's interested in. Is it skins people want, like new cosmetics? Is it different updates? And from there, I'd go, right, what's the biggest new update on Apex? Go to so many different places to find them, because the sources are you can look at other people's videos. You can look at like articles, like I said before. There's so many, but you got to double check them because some could just be like just making stuff up, and you got to check them against another one. So from there, that's the idea. And then as you can see, I've got a whiteboard. I'll just jot something down. I'll say, look, okay, Apex is getting this new skin for this character. Make a video and just leave it there for a bit while I work on something else. And then I'll write the script next, which is just on Notepad, nice and simple, nothing complex, because I kind of want it to sound almost natural when I'm recording. Don't want it to sound too scripted. Under that, you just have like little like sections saying, oh, when you say this, add this in the video for graphics, do this, do that, just so that when I'm editing, I can just streamline. I don't have to like think, oh, what could I do here? It's done. I just got, oh, I did this. Okay, maybe I might change it if something works better when I'm editing. But other than that, it's idea from an article, back it up, make sure it's legit. Great. Okay. Script, plan out what I'm going to do with the graphics on certain words, certain sentences, edit the whole thing, which is a very painful process sometimes. I have to use a lot of different assets, a lot of different monitors just to get like one 15-second video, take about an hour and a half. So get that done, get that rendered. And thankfully, there's this little trick that at the end of a video, if there's a call to action, which sometimes there is, sometimes there's not. That's a whole other debate whether you should put one in. But I'll say hit the plus button for whatever to stay updated. Then I'll say hit the subscribe button, stay updated, and I'll just slot those in at the end and render the video. So it's like I can just distribute this to Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok in just one video. So 3 different renders and distribute that so much easier as well. Make thumbnails. So you've got to make thumbnails for YouTube and Instagram. It depends on if it's a short or a long video. But if we're on about TikTok, it'll be a short. So I can use a sort of template where it's like a play button and just put the image in there, change the text. Great, done. So script, edit, render, thumbnail, and then you do all the metadata stuff, tags, titles. To be honest, I probably spend a good like 20 minutes on the title. It sounds like a waste of time, but because you want to get keywords in there for searchability, but also if you get recommended it on the the recommended page, the homepage of YouTube, if you get on there, you want to make sure that title stands out as well, so you can't have too many keywords in there, and it's just all that blending into one to make them want to click it, and if they're searching for it, it comes up. So the overall process is quite long. It's not just sit in front of the camera, do it, edit and upload. It's like there's a lot of little subsections, and even after I upload, I'm just always trying to reply to as many comments as I can without getting banned, because occasionally Instagram will go slow down, or TikTok will shadow ban you if you do too much. So it's annoying that you can't reply to them all, but yeah. So that's the whole process in a nutshell.
I got one more question I got to ask about that. This is going to be kind of useful for anyone who wants to pursue kind of TikTok gaming or kind of anything related to your content. Just kind of uploading those quality TikToks overall. What would be some recommended like applications or websites you can use?
Okay. So it depends if you've got cash to splash or if you just want to use a bunch of free stuff. So I'm guessing you've heard of things like Canva and like iMovie. If you have completely nothing, you have a phone and you just want to do TikTok, iMovie and Canva are your best friends, because Canva's basically Photoshop for free. So I'd recommend those. But if you want to do it, if you're saying, look, I'm not doing this for a couple of months, I'm going to quit, I'm going to just do this, it doesn't matter if it takes a year, 2 years, whatever, if I see no results, I'm still going to hammer it, then I would just spend a little bit of money on some editing software, maybe some equipment. Nothing, we're not talking like thousands, we're talking maybe 100 quid here for a mic, like for this one, for a Yeti you can get for I think it's 120, so it's not something crazy and it's pretty good quality. For editing software, you've got Premiere Pro and you've got DaVinci Resolve. I'd say maybe Sony Vegas as well. Those are the top 3. If you want my very, very biased opinion, go for DaVinci Resolve. Just because it's better in my opinion. You've got these like tabs at the bottom, you can go through a whole video, cut, edit, color correction, audio, and render. It's great. I highly recommend. It's very expensive, but I just highly recommend that. If not, Premiere Pro and Sony Vegas are really good as well.
That was the big question. And also one more thing I kind of want to add to that.
Yeah.
I want to go to one of your TikTok videos. Let's make it easy because you're going to remember this, because the video you uploaded an hour ago. So
the
what
one I
was
just,
the
yeah,
yeah,
sure.
I'm just curious how what the process with that one.
Sure.
Trying to get all
Actually,
the stuff.
that one was a test one. I'm
Oh,
testing something new. So do you want to do the one before that?
yeah, let's go with that one. Sorry.
Sure, sure. So this one is Rick and Morty, the show.
Yes.
So they're the creators of those. They're making a game, which obviously will get a lot of people hyped because Rick and Morty is such a popular show, and their humor is very, I'd say, it's quite unique. It's like really violent and sometimes really like Deadpool kind of style humor. If
Hmm.
that makes sense. So they're making a new game, and it's been on. I missed the jump. Basically, we had a trailer and released it, and I completely missed it. And I thought, oh, too late now to make a video. I got really lucky because they released 10 minutes of gameplay and changed the release date. I was like, perfect, I'm going to get on this really quick. And the gameplay, there was two scenes which were crazy. So obviously it's a cartoon, so it's nothing too graphic, but there was this kid. And obviously most games you'd expect not to be able to shoot children in games, right? It makes sense. But you can, and it's very meta about how it's saying it. The kid's going like, you just shoot me, and he did it. And there's this knife that has a face, and he starts saying weird stuff. And those two clips, I thought, right, this is weird. If I say really good hook in this video and I put these two clips in between, I reckon the retention would boom. And well, it worked. So I think really it's taking the chance. If you see something, even if you missed out on it before, if you see a chance for you to like capitalize on a lot of views or a lot of engagement or something that's really hype or something even you're just excited for in general, just go for it. Even if the graphics or the quality or something isn't quite as high standard because you need to get it out just really quick, I'd say it's still worth it. So my process for that video was just a bit of luck and a bit of just quick. Just I'm gonna make this script, make it good, really, really clean hook. I'm gonna put these two crazy clips out of this like 10-minute video, just squish it down, these two insane clips, put them in. Shock factor will be huge. Lots of comments will be about it. I think that'll do really well. So that was my process for that. Yeah.
All right. So next question I got overall is, you do have the big following overall.
I don't
Maybe
know
not to the millions yet, but you're gonna get there. Do you feel like you notice on TikTok has helped a lot with the other social media platforms you're using? Have you been trying to promote like your other social media platforms on the side, or is it just
Well, no, but there's that little link in the bio you can put. I mean, not link. Sorry, you can put
oh yeah, I know what you're
an
talking
icon
about.
to different socials.
Yeah.
That icon. Other than that, I haven't promoted anything else. Only because let's say it's got good momentum. So like you've seen, the past few videos have been great. So if I were to then release a video going, "Hi guys, real quick, by the way, I've got a YouTube channel." Scroll. I mean, no one cares. They're going to scroll. So I think until I get to the point where the views are very large and very consistent, then maybe I can start pushing other platforms. But until then, people just don't care. I know it sounds really bad, but those, I think I've got 70,000 followers. Maybe some of them care who I am, but the majority just want the news. They don't really care about me yet. I'm trying to integrate some personality into the videos because I think that will then make them care a bit more. But yeah, as harsh as it sounds, they just want the news. So to then try and promote my Instagram or to try and promote my YouTube, it's not worth the time it would take to make the video and then put that out just for everyone to scroll and not really care. As on those other platforms though, because I can do content all around and kind of distribute it, like I said earlier, they grow as well. Not as much as TikTok because that's just the organic growth is so quick, but it allows me to then grow on those platforms without those shout outs, without those promotions. But yeah, like maybe when I get more personality in there, more followers, I'd start to say, look, guys, I've got this. I've got a Twitch, maybe I stream now. Maybe down the line, yeah. But at the moment, no, I haven't tried it. That doesn't mean I don't recommend it though. People can try it, see if it works for them. But as far as my plan goes, it's not going to happen just yet.
Just curious about that one
Yeah.
because because I never because there's always a possibility you can always grow on a different platform or not.
Yeah.
But it's people, it's just kind of, do you think the content's really worth it at the time? And it's just okay. Do I focus fully on TikTok or do I just go the opposite way and just see where it goes?
Sure.
So the next question I got is, a lot of people are addicted to becoming the next famous TikToker. We always know that. Do you ever worry about the popularity of your TikToks affecting, I don't know how I want to say it. I said here like your life, but
Okay.
like, do you get addicted to TikTok a lot to where you just forget about forget about just kind of yourself at a point because you're kind of worried about just getting the followers. I guess they're just trying to get.
No, I know, I know what you mean. Yeah. So you're basically saying, how's it going to affect my life, and am I just becoming streamlined? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah.
In terms of how it affect my life, obviously my face is on there. So someone like Meaningless, someone like, have you heard of Meaningless? He's got the white mask that he wears. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So someone like that can do as many videos as he wants. No one's going to see his face, so he can walk out, no problem, have a normal life. But yeah, things like this where your face is out there, things you say, if you comment something, if you tweet something, like you see, cancel culture is crazy. So I think, yeah, it can affect my life really well. People can maybe say, oh yeah, I'll watch all your videos, I'll watch your streams, it's great, you always make me laugh, whatever. Or it could be the other way, and they go on, mate, no, I don't like your videos, I don't like this, or you should stop, delete it all. But in terms of how those affect me, I mean, when they comment something nice, I'll respond. I'll say thank you very much. I appreciate the support. Thanks for the time. Thank you in general. If I get any hate, maybe I'll reply to it and just in like a jokey way and say something witty about it. Other than that, hate doesn't bother me. I could get a video with 1 million views, 1 million comments, and every single comment could be a hate comment. Not a problem. I'm still going to carry on because this is what I want to do. So how it will affect my life? Hopefully positively. And all the hate and all the comments, doesn't matter. Stream doesn't matter. They can like the content if they want, and I appreciate it. Thanks for the time. If they don't like it, go watch another person. It doesn't matter.
Just curious about that one because it's always like people are always addicted and all that to different platforms. I'm just kind of worried about the social media presence. Just kind of, okay, if you don't get this on a video, do you get stressed out and all that?
Okay. I mean, yeah. I'd say if I'm too busy, because I do obviously have a full-time job at the moment, and I on the nights I train. I'm a fighter, so on the nights I'm very limited to where I can edit. I normally get around about an hour a day max. And that's just the weekend, of course. So in terms of if I don't get a video out, yeah, I'm getting a bit annoyed, I'm getting a bit angry, but it won't. I'm not going to go out into my job and into my training and just take that in with me. That's separate. It's not their fault. I can't do that. You know what I mean? I have to have a job. I want to train, so it's if I can't make the video, yeah, not happy about it, but it's fine. Tomorrow I'll just grind it out. Maybe I'll miss a little bit of training one day. Maybe I'll then do some more training on the weekend, so I edit less on the weekend. It's all that balance. So yeah, I'm annoyed if I miss some news and I can't quite get that video out, but it's not the end of the world. I can always make another video on something else, or I can maybe make a quick story about it. So there's other options. It's not the end of the world.
Okay, just curious about that one because it's always like, okay, how would this, you have another profession in your mind and all that, so it's okay. You can't have it played just second fiddle overall. All right, so next question I got here is, do you think you'll pursue making TikToks outside of gaming in the future?
Yes, I never even thought about that. To be fair, like I said, I do the training and the fighting, and I do kind of want to make like fitness style TikToks, maybe on a separate account. So if I were to ever do it, it'd be totally separate. I wouldn't even mention it on any of these platforms, any of the TikTok gaming, YouTube, none of that. I wouldn't mention on any of those platforms. I just make a whole separate account and start maybe showing, I don't know, different workouts you can do to improve punching speed, or maybe some ground jiu-jitsu stuff. But if I would be open to 100%. It's just whether you've got the time, because like I said, I'm getting an hour a day to edit, so at the moment it's just not in the cards. But if in the future I can make this TikTok thing full time, suddenly my schedule opens up way bigger, so I can have maybe a couple of hours a day to make those fitness TikToks. So it's really just about, I enjoy the fitness, I enjoy making content. It's just did the same thing I did with gaming and making content. You know what I mean? It's just on a separate account. So definitely, yeah. In the future, I'd like to, but at the moment, I don't have the time.
Just curious about that one. So I got one more question I want to ask, and the only reason so it's going to be probably a little bit shorter podcast. The problem is I didn't realize it, but Zoom has a limited time period. So I think
does
that's the
it?
last time. Yeah. So they just like 10 minutes ago, they popped like 6 minutes ago, popped me up a meeting time. I was like, oh, come on. And you got to upgrade the pro account. So I'm going to have to
Oh,
try to fix that in the future. But the last question I'm going to ask, I'll probably skip the number 8 one. Just say you have a
sure.
revelational TikTok streak and now you have 500K followers or 1 million in a
Yeah.
couple in like some time period. Do you think you quit the fighting or overall, or were you still kind of do both
Oh,
passions?
I think I still fight. I'd do both. I like both equally. The thing is they're both um can be lucrative. Maybe this is gaming probably more lucrative than fighting, but fighting's it's healthy for you, it's exercise. Yeah, you're getting punched and stuff, but overall it's good for you running, hitting the bag, just general, you're looking better, feeling better. So if I'm sitting down all day editing, I know that at the end of the day I'm going to go out there, I'm going to do some training. So it's good for mental health, physical health, and just in general, to be honest. So no, I don't see myself quitting the fighting if this does blow up. Sorry, when this blows up. But with the job, obviously I'd leave the job to then do this full time, and the fighting would be on the side. So it wouldn't be both gaming and fighting is the same. It'd probably be fighting would still be only on the end of the days at nights, and I'd do the gaming as my job.
Okay. Because I was just curious, like, you talk about it just like now your social media presence. Do you, could you be, now you can probably have a secure funding with in regard to TikTok, and then your Twitch and YouTube will gain the views. You have a decent amount of like just money just to kind of support yourself and splash a little bit. You can be like in the likes of maybe Ninja's probably the good example, just kind of you're probably not making a lot of money on the side, and Fortnite blows up, and then now you're living in a mansion. I don't know where he lives, but there's always talk about that.
Yeah, that's the goal, man. That would be great if just suddenly a new game comes out, or for whatever reason this TikTok just decides to explode, or the one video on YouTube just goes crazy. That would be amazing. But problem is with that sort of stuff, if things do blow up really quick, they can also, you can lose that really quick. Like, Rice Gum blew up really quick and lost it so quick. So it's a catch-22.
Yeah, that's you guys got luck. Just make sure you don't get part of the cancel culture.
Yeah.
Well, it's going to be a quick podcast episode today, fortunately, because of Zoom, they give me a limited time period. But I think the goal is I didn't want to make, so in the past, I used to always require my guests to let's get an hour in show, but that's probably not a good idea because, again, let's talk about TikTok. You want something quick and like quick video. People are not going to, well, some people might listen to an hour-long podcast, but that might not be the case. So that'll probably be it for me. Do you want to give any shouts to everyone before we head off?
No, just follow the TikTok and subscribe on YouTube, boys. JamesFlux.
All right, perfect then. So that's going to be it, and we'll see you later. I'll upload to YouTube today. Hopefully that's the plan. And yep. And bye.